Welcome to The Orbit. I'm Valtuem, and I talk all things sci-fi and fantasy. Spoiler warning for Captain America: Brave New World. This movie's the theatrical debut of Sam Wilson's Captain America. He got the shield in Endgame, had a TV show where he gave it away, then stole it off a grieving soldier, and is now the official Captain America. Does he live up to the hype? Is he written with the care and quality befitting such a significant character?
I don't know about that. Don't know about that. Yeah, well, I don't know about that.
Brave New World characterizes Sam as diligent and pragmatic. He doesn't trust Ross or the government. He was a fugitive for a couple of years because of the Sokovia Accords after all. But he recognizes the importance of working with the president to give people hope and stability. But at the same time, he's got a friend in the White House keeping an eye on Ross to let him know if he ever steps out of line. And he's willing to disobey Ross's orders if necessary. He's proactive like that. On the other hand, the movie depicts Sam as needlessly reckless. During the mission at the start, he needs to infiltrate a church that's been taken over by Serpent. He's recommended a covert entrance, but immediately brushes it off in favor of a loud and flashy one. But why? This makes his job much more difficult, as he now has to fight through all of Serpent to get to the hostages. He's lucky this didn't get any of them killed, and as a result, Sidewinder has the heads up needed to escape. This unintentionally characterizes Sam as a foolhardy glory chaser. What further contributes to this is Sam's seeming unwillingness to ask other heroes for help. During the chaos of widespread mind control and the threat of war breaking out, Sam never attempts to contact another hero for help, which is wild. The stakes are so high. Cap assembled a team for less in Civil War. On a related note, for the last 4 years, Sam has failed to make any attempt to restart the Avengers. It takes Ross coming to him with the idea for him to even consider it, and Sam is hesitant about doing so. He claims they'd have to work for Ross, but that's wrong. As of She-Hulk, set 2 years before Brave New World, the Sokovia Accords were repealed. Nothing is stopping Sam making a privately organized Avengers team, like what existed before. This is uncharacteristically irresponsible of Sam. Brave New World struggles to justify Sam's ability to overcome the conflicts he faces. He's not a super soldier, but he has Cap's shield, and a suit made of vibranium, including wings that can absorb and redistribute kinetic energy, like Black Panther's suit. First off, there's the shield problem. The only thing we've had to explain Cap's borderline supernatural use of the shield is that he's a super soldier.
That thing does not obey the laws of physics at all.
His ability to precisely ricochet it through an environment at high speed should be impossible for a normal person. Simply catching it should rip Sam's arm off. In Brave New World, Sam takes several impacts that would kill any non-powered person. The movie tries to justify this with his vibranium suit, but it's wildly inconsistent. At the start, Sam fights a guy with a minor level of super strength. I think. It's kind of vague. If he is meant to be just a normal dude, that actually makes this much worse. You see, this guy's punches and throws do considerable harm to Sam. Despite the vibranium suit, he gets pushed around and even cracks a rib. He very nearly loses this fight. But if that's the case, how does he survive hitting the ground at sonic speed, taking a missile blast, and getting ass blasted by a Hulk? Sam should be dead several times over. Speaking of Red Hulk, that fight ends when Sam throws the energy collected in his wing back at him. The resulting blast is powerful enough to throw Red Hulk back, fling cars around, and tear up the road. Sam ends up buried in the rubble. And guess what? Sam's basically fine. Some broken bones, but nothing that requires immediate medical attention.
What?!
And if all that weren't bad enough, Sam's constantly removing his helmet in the middle of battle. It's like he's asking to get shot in the head.
Bullseye.
We know that Sam's played by Anthony Mackie. We're not going to forget if we don't see his face for 5 minutes. Sam's unjustified durability extends to fighting outside the suit too. He gets a knife in the chest and an axe in the gut, and walks it off like it never happened.
'Tis but a scratch.
A scratch? Your arm's off.
No, it isn't.
It's absurd. The movie also uses good old-fashioned plot contrivance to ensure Sam lives. Bad guys will either arbitrarily not shoot him when he's vulnerable, or conveniently not use guns at all. How considerate. But why hasn't Sam taken the super soldier serum? When Torres gets injured, Sam says he should have taken it. Bucky argues Cap had the serum and even he couldn't protect everyone. I mean, yeah, but it sure fucking helped. Bucky says Sam gives people something to aspire to. Being inspirational is good and all. But what happens when Sam inevitably fails to save someone because of this? He's deliberately handicapping himself for something so petty. This brings us to the real reason he hasn't taken the serum. Marvel has made Sam's lack of powers, among other things, a crucial part of Sam's identity.
No super serum.
The only power I have is that I believe we can do better.
To them, giving Sam the serum would strip that away. They've effectively written themselves into a corner. They want Sam to face superpowered enemies like Red Hulk, but can't justify his ability to do so. The writers try to lampshade the issue. During the Red Hulk fight, Sam says he should have taken that serum. Bucky was full of shit. Marvel often employs this technique as a way to wave away bad writing.
That makes perfect sense. There's no flaw in that logic.
I hate it so much. The movie's also horribly insecure about giving Sam the Captain America title. Every few minutes, another character proudly calls him Captain America and praises him for doing such a great job.
You and I haven't always agreed on how much latitude enhanced individuals deserve. But what you've accomplished has given me reason to reconsider, which is why I want you, Captain America, to help me rebuild the Avengers.
Even the villains talk to him reverently. Sidewinder wants the honor of killing the Captain America, and Stearns, the super genius, is impressed by Sam's ability to outsmart him. Everyone is constantly glazing him. It's honestly kind of distracting how in-your-face the movie is about this. It also contradicts a core theme of the character. Only once is Sam disparaged as not good enough to be Captain America.
You're not Steve Rogers.
And what Ross exactly means by this is never expanded on. This is all we get. Despite this, Sam says, "I know what it's like to feel like you have something to prove, everyone only seeing one thing." He also says, "If I'm not on point, I feel like I let down everyone who's fighting for a seat at that table. That's pressure, man. It weighs on you. Makes you wonder if you'll ever just be enough." This pressure he talks about rings hollow because of how hard every character sucks him off. Aside from one line by Ross, he never receives any pressure unique from any other hero trying to do the right thing. The movie wants to explore the struggle of trying to prove yourself and change people's perception of you. Ross is trying to prove he's changed for the better. Torres is trying to prove he can be the new Falcon. And Sam is trying to prove he can be Captain America. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier emphasized Sam's race as the contentious factor in this equation.
I'm a black man carrying the stars and stripes. What don't I understand? Every time I pick this thing up, I know there are millions of people out there who are going to hate me for it. I feel it. The stares, the judgment. And there's nothing I can do to change it. Yet I'm still here.
But Brave New World never explicitly does this. The movie seems to want to imply it, but it's so vague and underdeveloped it might as well not be there. If you haven't seen the show, you'd probably assume Sam's struggle is simply living up to Steve Rogers' legacy. The man fought in World War II, saved the world multiple times, and helped save half of all life in the universe. That'd be hard for anyone to follow. The racially political aspect of Sam's character is divisive, so the writers want you to be able to interpret whether it's part of the movie or not, depending on your own preferences. It's actually pretty cowardly.
He's out of line, but he's right.
Brave New World struggles with most aspects of Sam Wilson's character, from his physical capabilities, to his personality, to the themes he's meant to exemplify. The result is a frustrating, confusing, and uncompelling character. Thanks for watching. What do you think of Sam Wilson in Brave New World? Please like and subscribe for more videos in the same vein. If you're interested in more Brave New World content, check out my video on its Hulk elements. I'll see you on the orbit.